Hello and welcome to another episode of my Wild Knitting Podcast. Today is going to be a regular knitting podcast episode. I know that I said that I would share all of my summer knitted knits or wardrobe, but that video is in the making. So let's go with a regular podcast episode. Hello, welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Martina. I live in the center of Italy where the hills meet the mountains, and me and my partner are renovating this house where we're living. I love to share about knitting. I've been sharing also some bits of our life here on We Grow Wild, but recently I've opened a new channel which is all about our renovation journey, homesteading, off-grid living here. So if you want, go and check it out. I'll leave the link in the description box. But let's go with the podcast episode, because today I have 3 finished objects and few whips. Did I gather all of my whips? I'm not sure. Well, I'll do it as I go. Okay, let's go. Let's talk about my finished projects. The first one that I want to talk about, oh, by the way, 2 of which I'm wearing them. I'm wearing also this big, is a linen and nettle fiber shirt. And it's my partner's shirt. I just throw it on because I think it looks really cool with the outfit that I have. And I'm wearing 3 knitted objects, and I'll talk about them maybe now, or should I talk about this? I'll talk about this first because I finished this before the other 2 finished objects that I'm wearing. So this one is a basically self-drafted top that I designed myself, and is knitted with a beautiful yarn by Cozy Posy Yarn Co. in the color, I have it here. This is the yarn that I used, color rose gold. I really love this yarn. It's probably, I would say, I would dare to say that it's my favorite summer knit yarn, because it's 65% silk and 35% linen. It's 100, one skein is 115 grams, so a generous skein, and 245 yards. It's a DK Way yarn, which I think is my favorite when it comes to summer knits. And it's strange because one would imagine that I would prefer lacy or fingering way yarns when it comes to summer knits, but actually I prefer, thicker yarns like a DK Way or a Sport Way yarn, because it creates a kind of more structured fabric, and then I can just wear a garment without needing to layer it or have bras underneath or anything. Like this bralette that is so... Damn. Ah! Mi lascia. I would say I got distracted. There is a massive insect. But anyhow, I prefer DK Way or Sport Way yarns because they create more structure. And I'm wearing a raggedy bralette. I call it raggedy now because I've made it probably like 3 years or something ago, and I've been wearing it all the time, and you can see that it's been worn. But anyhow, I really like this yarn. It's beautiful. It's kind of this, it's basically, rose gold. And so I knitted this top down. It's a construction. I follow the construction, but not the gauge nor the stitch count of the pattern Cloudberry Tea by Fiber Tales. I love the way that pattern is constructed and how it fits. The final product fits really well on my body, and so I decided to kind of go about and create a top that is similar in the construction but quite different. This one has a v-neck with a crocheted kind of I-cord-ish. I don't know, I experimented with that. I got new crochet hooks because I was thinking to create a cardigan, but I think I'll abort that mission. But anyhow, I decided to create this kind of deep v-neck situation. And then the interesting part about this garment is this beautiful ribbed or hem, lacy hem, and I followed kind of a free stitch pattern that I found online on a website, and I think it's called Figures 8 stitch pattern because it creates kind of eights, as you can see. And it's fairly cropped, as you can see, but I love it. I've been wearing it since I finished it. I think I finished it probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, 2 maybe weeks ago. I really like it. The fabric is amazing. It's very drapey, but also it has some integrity. Yeah, it has some structure. I really love it. This is my first finished object, and it's going to be one of the few, I don't know, I can't promise that, but one of the few summer knits that I'll knit this summer, because I don't have so much time, but I bet I'll knit a few more. We'll see. But I really love it, and it goes well with basically everything in my wardrobe, with jeans and skirts and dresses on top of dresses, skirts, whatever, you know, it goes well. It's a nice color too. I really like this yarn too. Highly recommend it. Lush Lino base, this DKW yarn, rose gold color, and the brand is Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Love it. Thank you so much, Antonella, for sending me this beautiful yarn. Okay, what am I wearing? Apart from this oversized, it's so nice and cooling shirt. It's Mike's shirt. I actually basically forced him to buy it when we went on a second-hand store, and I saw it and I felt it and I was like, this fabric is amazing, and it turns out it's nettle and linen. Amazing. And he really likes it too. So underneath this, I'm wearing the Ripple Bralette by Jessimay Designs. I've mentioned this pattern countless times, and I should be absolutely okay. I've been interrupted by bugs and my dog's going crazy on that big bug. Anyhow, then I am wearing a finished object. Finally I finished this. I test knitted the Marie skirt by Anna Anderson, or Andy Knits on Instagram and on YouTube, I think. And she's a really nice new designer. I test knitted her first skirt pattern, which was called the Dahlia skirt, and it was a beautiful all over lace pattern, really simple. I really liked it, so I decided to test knit this one, and I was, you know, approved, I guess, in the test knitter group. And super easy pattern, amazing. I'm talking about this baby. I'm wearing it, love it. It has these beautiful increases. It's a broken rib skirt, first of all, and it has these beautiful increases on the side of the skirt, so you can shape it around your body. And let me show you. I decided to knit it kind of fairly, here are my knees, fairly short, but it's not as short as other skirt, I guess. And then it has a beautiful elastic folded waistband with an elastic inside, and that keeps the skirt on. So love it. I've been wearing it. I finished it 2 days ago, and it's been 2 days of me wearing it, doing many things. And I used a silk yarn. I don't have the label. It was gifted to me. Valerie, a wonderful woman, sent it to me, and was a DK Way silk yarn. It's super beautiful, super beautiful. And yeah, the fabric is quite thick, and yeah, there isn't much to say. There are different options. You can decide to create some sort of like split, either on the side of the skirt or on the back of the skirt or on the front, I guess, whatever you want to make the split. I decided to just skip that because I like plain simple designs, or no splitted splits. I'm sorry, today I'm a bit all over, but anyhow, yeah, it's a beautiful pattern, and it's gonna come out soon. I think the deadline for this test knit is the 9th of June, and so shortly after that will be published, so stay tuned for that. The other finished object, so my Marie skirt was the second finished object, and the other finished object is this really cute bandana that I'm wearing, and I don't know really how to pronounce the name of this pattern. I'll put it on the screen as usual. It's a beautiful, beautiful lace, all over lace pattern, and I have to give the credit to Caprine Cottage podcast, or Caprine Cottage, or Caprine Cottage. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. But she talked about this pattern in one of her recent videos, and I love the way this looks, and I think I'll make a shawl out of it, along with many more headscarves. So I'm going to take it off so you can see it. Voila. So as you can see, it's kind of all over lace, and it looks like there are like flowers. So I really love it. And it took me more than the previous headscarves or bandanas that I made, because of the lace. It's not so intuitive, not at the beginning at least, but then I learned about it, and I managed. And it's nice because you basically always knit, and you do some yarn overs, knitted together, SSK and all of that, but it's basically like garter in between, or like you just knit the front and the back, the wrong and the right side, so there is no purling, which is nice, right? And I really like it. I used a beautiful yarn. I have this much left. This is my yak, 50% baby yak, 50% silk. Love this yarn so much. Love it. And I don't know, like, I think I really like the size of it. It fits well on my head, but I was thinking to use all of it and create like kind of like a bigger headscarf. But I know that I would use it better. Yeah, I would use it best. Can you say that? If yeah, with this basically size, in this size. So I'll use this for something else. But it's a beautiful yarn gifted to me. How lucky. How lucky I am. So you could use this also around your neck, or you know, you could make it into a shawl. That's, I think, my dream. I would love to have this kind of like lacy shawl to just wrap myself with, and yeah, I think it would be beautiful. And so I used a fingering weight yarn. This is fingering weight. It was 25 grams a skein and 100 and something meters. And I used needle size 3.5 millimeters or 325. I didn't use the recommended needle sizes, which was 4 millimeters. And I haven't swatched, so it could be that I hit gauge. We'll never know. So, but I love it. I really love it. And I love the color. I think it looks great on me and in general. It's a beautiful color. So, will I be able to wear it? Place it again on my head? I don't know. But yeah, I really like all of the finished objects, all of the patterns that I've knitted and finished. I love the skirt so much. I think eventually I'll knit another one. We'll see with the yarn I can use. I was thinking I want to have one in a green yarn, like a beautiful, luscious green, forest green or vibrant green yarn. Maybe I would love kind of the same yarn in a green color, or yeah, a similar yarn. But this skirt is knitted, I forgot to say, with a DK weight yarn, needle size 4 millimeters, I believe. That's it with my finished objects. I love them all so much, and I'm really learning to find the right yarn and knit the right pattern for me, rather than, yeah, I'm thinking more about the quality of the garment or the object that I'm knitting, rather than the quantity. Before, maybe a year or two ago, I would just like mass produce. I had more time also to knit. Now I don't, but I would produce more to have different objects to wear. But now I'm learning to curate fewer objects, probably because I also have a good knitted summer wardrobe, and you will see it in the next video. But yeah, I'm learning to savor each the process of also knitting a summer object more slowly. Since I cast on and off many of my work in progress projects, I'm kind of thinking about and planning what to cast on next, but I have some whips to work on and keep myself busy with. So the first whip is this project that I kind of picked up again because I would love the finished object, and I'm keeping it inside this tote bag. I called it my happy bag. I made it myself, and I screen printed this design. Is a poppy flower. But anyhow, I picked up this again. This is the Coran cardigan by Rebecca Clow. Will I be able to show you this? I'm not sure. Basically, it's a bottom up all over lace cardigan, and I'm knitting it in Bumulin by Drops Designs, and it's a 50% linen and 50% or something like that cotton yarn, and I'm using a black yarn, which is absolutely revolutionary for me. I think I probably never, maybe I knitted a hat for my dad in a black yarn, but never used black. Also in my wardrobe, I don't have basically black garments. Mita, tranquilla. No, no, basta, cuccia lì, cuccia, terra. So it's an all over lace pattern. As I said, it has these cute little holes, and I've made one in the same yarn, but it was kind of beige towards white, and I'm basically done almost with the front and the back pieces. So you basically knit forth and back, and then you divide for the armholes, and then you knit the back and the two front parts separately, and then you kind of knit them together like that. Now it's difficult to show you. I placed some buttons to show the bottom band because that's the only modification that I've done. So the pattern asks for picking up, like finishing the cardigan, then you pick up stitches around the bottom band, and you kind of knit it afterwards, do a 1 by 1 ribbed bottom band. But instead I decided to cast on, what was it, 2, 4, 6, 7 more stitches, and I knitted along with the rest of the cardigan. I did like knit 1 per 1, and then I did some holes for the buttons to go through. So I really like that little modification, because then I don't have to bother and pick up stitches. And we'll see how I'll do the neckline, but I want to be done with this also because I don't love to knit with a black yarn, but I think it would be nice. It would be a nice accessory to have. And let's see, I don't know how much. I think, yeah, it's good. I have few skeins, so I can knit also the sleeves quite long, maybe not too long, but probably like elbow length. So I was saying I got interrupted probably like 5 times while filming this. Even more. This is the yarn I'm using for the Coran cardigan, Bumulin. The color is 16. It's a black. We like it. Let's move on with work in progress projects. This. So in my group, the Wild Allies, I have a Patreon, and via Patreon you get the opportunity to join a WhatsApp group where it's an amazing community. Love them so much. So much. They're really amazing. But in my group, someone started, I think it was Melissa, started a pressed flowers make along, where you just knit any of the pressed flowers pattern by Amy Christopher. And I started the pressed flowers socks using these fun yarns that I had in my stash. Now I needed the needles because I don't know where my other pair of needles, sock needles, are, but eventually I'll pick this up again. But I knitted 2 repeats. So last time I was here and I knitted these 2 flower repeats, and now it's time to knit the heel, or probably it's an afterthought heel. We'll see. I didn't check the pattern. It's a super slow process. I'm enjoying it and not enjoying it at the same time. I guess it's because it takes time. But I don't have any rush to finish this, so I pick them up again. We'll see how far I'll go. Okay, another work in progress project is this. Will I ever finish this? Who knows? I think I will, because I really like the finished object, but working on this pattern was a pain. So this is a free pattern. It's the Midsommarkrans, and I believe it has some errors in the mistakes in the pattern, because I had to rip back the kind of lace part so many times until I decided to make it up myself, or somehow tweak it so it would work. Not beginner friendly, I would say, but if you are Swedish, the pattern is in Swedish. It also comes in Swedish and maybe German, I'm not sure. There shouldn't be typos. Okay, now my camera is running out of battery. Very good. I like this a lot, and I'm using a silk yarn by Rosario Squattro. It's called Madrogoa, and the color is 27, and I'm holding it double, so my gauge is different than the pattern's gauge, but I don't mind because I did my own math. Okay, I need to charge my camera. I'll be back in an hour or so. This is the episode. This is how it goes. An hour later, I managed to charge the camera battery. Okay, I was knitting. In the meantime, I was knitting on a pair of socks. I just cast it on. Is knitting up quite fast. So I decided to buy this yarn because I wanted free shipping, and I bought some crochet hooks, and I wanted free shipping, and so I decided to throw in a skein of yarn. It's just one skein, but I'm so happy I bought it. So this is in the Regia Cotton Color collection, and I believe this is the Black Forest color 02413, and it's this beautiful kind of green and red and white and light blue mix. It's a self-striping yarn, and it's super fun. I love self-striping yarns. When it comes to socks, I'm a pretty boring knitter. When I have Sock Mojo, I just want to knit vanilla socks, stockinette socks, easy, and use maybe like a self-striping yarn. I don't need to have a fancy patterns, even though I love all of the patterns by, for example, Stone Knits. Mojo. I love, colorful and lacy socks, but this lady, I'm sold with just a self-striping yarn and a vanilla sock pattern. But anyhow, I decided to do a 1x1 ribbing that will then be folded on the leg, and now I'm just knitting in the round stockinette I just started, and I really love this color. And I've been knitting on this, and of course I'm in the middle of a row. So I have been knitting this beautiful cardigan. It's this Umbria summer top, and it's a ribbed top down raglan kind of top cardigan. And I kind of forgot I was knitting on it, even though I knitted on it probably 2 or 3 days ago. I'm enjoying the pattern. It's super nice and simple and easy. You know, you just do the increases of the raglan and you knit the bottom band as you go, and it's just broken rib, so quite simple. You knit 2, purl 2, 1 row, and then knit the other row, and you kind of alternate those 2 rows, and that creates the rib pattern. The problem with this, I mean, I'm enjoying it, and I hope I'll manage to finish it. The problem is that I'm using a yarn that is not really exciting for me. It's a Drops Loves You, I think. The color is really nice. It's kind of rust orange-ish color, brownish, similar. No, it's a bit more, yeah, this is a bit more vibrant. But anyhow, it's a nice color, but I don't love the yarn. It's 100% cotton. I had it in my stash. I think I bought it like 3 years ago. We don't love this yarn because I don't love cotton. just cotton. If it was blended with another fiber, I would probably enjoy it more, but it's not really good on my hands for some reason. So yeah, I'm struggling a little bit, but now that I remember that I have this in my whip pile, I will go back to it. This episode was chaotic, to say the least, but this is what it is. I'm not going to refilm it because I have a busy life these days. But thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Please, if you can, leave a like or a comment or subscribe if you haven't done it already. And if you want to support me even further, we have another YouTube channel. I don't know. I think I'm really enjoying that, having the content in 2 different places. There I don't really share my knits at all, but you can see me wearing my knits because I wear my knits on a daily basis. So if anything, you can go there and watch me gardening or renovating in full knitwear. But anyhow, thank you for supporting me anyway. And I go live once a week, is either on Saturday at 9 a.m. CEST or on Sunday at 6 p.m. at CEST. It depends. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again with another video soon.